Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dakota Smith, and welcome to another amazing episode of Ginger Pro Talk. We have got a awesome guest today. I won't reveal him quite yet, or you've seen him as far as what we've talked about on social media. But I just wanted to take a moment to go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping and welcome you guys to the show, as well as I want to take the time to go ahead and plug our next show that is coming up for DWA here on May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. The show Suplex de Mayo, with the poster that you see to my left right now, is going to be happening on May 5th. Our pre show for this live stream will be on kick.com/action show studios. Our pre-show will be at 5 p.m. Make sure you guys check that out. We'll be taking the time to interview a lot of wrestlers. Backstage Billy will be back to talk with everyone. And as well as we'll have some very interesting promos for you guys to view as well. And if you guys don't catch the pre-show, the main card will start at 6 p.m. So that way you can catch all that awesome action for the night for Suplex de Mayo. Last but not least, I gotta always give this wonderful plug of please make sure that you follow and subscribe to us on any social media outlet, so that way we can get the love and support and to keep bringing on more awesome guests like this and just keep talking to them all the time. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I've had some awesome guests on this show. I've had some super fun guests on this show. But the thing about it is can you say that for this man? Can you say how much all of us love him at DWA? How all of us say that we care about this man? Well, you could also say he's your favorite referee, Anthony Rivera. Everyone, look at him. Look at this fresh cut on
Yeah,
this guy. Oh my
I
gosh.
know, man. Hey, man, yeah, the hair fell off, man. That's what it was. The hair fell off, man. Eh,
I didn't even
but Jason,
recognize him. I looked at him and
I,
I was like, who is this guy?
hey, you and a lot of people don't recognize me, man. It's just something I'm getting used to, man. It's something we all should get used to, man. This is a new look, man. This is a new look, man. Hopefully, y'all still love me. Hopefully, I'm still the favorite.
Hey, you will always be our favorite in our book, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. Uh, as everyone, if you've never watched the DW show before, this is our favorite referee, Anthony Rivera, and he is a referee by all trades of the words. He always calls it right down the line, and he looks super cool doing it. But I want to take a moment, Anthony. Why don't you go ahead and just tell everyone your story? Kind of give us a little bit about what makes you you.
Well, it all started, when I was a kid, man. Wrestling, man. Wrestling's been my whole life, man. I remember, the good days I had wrestling, the bad days I had wrestling. I loved it, with a passion, and it got to the point where I was going there as a fan. Going there as a fan, going to WWE shows, going to independent shows, and then I guess one day I sat there and I said, I don't want to sit here no more. I don't want to be here. I don't want to watch the show. I want to be part of the show. So I went to the wrestling school, the WA4, and man, that's when the journey started. And man, unfortunately, in my second week of training, I got injured, man. So I got injured, I got hurt, and I started thinking to myself, maybe this is not for me. This is not for me. Until the opportunity came to referee. So I always tell everybody, wrestling didn't choose me, but referee did. And man, ever since I had that referee shirt on, I've been booked constantly, been booked every week. I've been constant. I've been grinding, and hey, man, the journey continues, man. My dream is to get one day get signed, and hopefully, with perseverance and hard work, I'll get there.
And I talked to I've talked to a lot of different wrestlers, and even with my first guest, Kevin Kirkland, he had talked about that as well too. Is that you get guys who
Shout out to
come into
Kevin.
wrestling school, and sometimes when they start wanting to be a professional wrestler, they start doing stuff, and eventually they kind of realize that this just really isn't for them, and they like the other rules more. Um, just
Yeah.
just to take a little bit into it, I guess I'll go ahead and ask this now. What does it take to be a pro wrestling referee? Like, what kind of training or how are you taught how to be a referee for shows?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't taught to be a referee. I was taught just being in the ring, calling it down the line, not messing up. No, my 20 years of watching wrestling, just that's where I had to show it right there in the ring. So it came with advice, and it came with people helping, the wrestlers helping me, refereeing bangers, officiating, taking advice from others. That's how I learned reps. That's how I learned. I didn't get trained to be a referee, man. It's crazy to say I didn't get trained to be a referee, but somehow, some way, I made it. And man, it's a lot of pressure to it because you don't want to mess up the match. The wrestlers, they go over the matches, they want it a certain way, and then as the referee, as the third man, you got to make sure they have it just the way they planned it. So it's a lot of pressure, man. And I'm glad, man. In my third year, I'm still here, man. I'm still grinding. I'm still working. I'm still. Hey, man, we got May 5th in DWA, man. I gotta perform. I gotta make sure everything's on point.
So, besides DWA, I always see your social media all the time. You're at so many other different places refereeing. Like, how does that work? How do you like network your way into other promotions to be like referees for them too?
So every time I get a booking, I always make sure I always try to promote the promotion first. I make sure I take my pictures. I make sure I put over the promotion. I'm here. I'm over there. I'm here. So, hey, man, it wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy. All those bookings came with hard work. It came with time. And man, from Action Wrestling to Southern State Pro, Classic City, Mucha Lucha Atlanta, Via Pro, Wrestle America, those were not given, man. I really worked hard for those shows. I really asked. I've been denied a couple of times from those promotions, but with perseverance and working in my social media, networking, promoting myself, and they couldn't ignore me no more. They couldn't avoid me anymore. That's why I'm privileged to be where I'm at today, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see you always working hard in the ring, and it's you're just as part of what the match makes of it than anyone else. Like you're keeping people in line, you're making sure stuff looks good, and also
Oh yeah.
also the main thing of it, and you'd even brought it up is everyone needs to stay safe, and
Oh yeah,
sometimes even for you guys, sometimes you guys can get hurt or even get in the way of
definitely.
something. Do you find, have you ever had like a match that you would call what was one of your like roughest matches ever to officiate in this business?
I remember there was a match in the WA4 was Jason Bryars versus Rave, and Jason Bryars is a heavyweight, and he went for a backflip for the finish, and I swear he landed on his neck, man. He landed on his neck. I was scared. I was scared to death. I thought this was it, and by the grace of God, a miracle, he was okay. He was okay in match, but like that could happen any day. Any match that could happen, and I'm privileged to say, all the matches I rep, the guys were safe. Little bumps here, little bruises, little blood in the nose, blood in the lips. But that was the only time I saw something rough, and man, I know that one day, probably, the worst can happen, but I'll be ready for it. I'll be ready for it, and I'm ready to always keep the wrestlers safe. But I gotta say, the Jason Bryars match, that's what scared me, match. A heavyweight going for a backflip and landing on his neck. Very scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you never want to see that, right? You never want to see someone put
No,
themselves
no,
in any sort of pain like that. So then
yes,
I
sir.
gotta ask is what was your favorite match or what is your favorite match type to officiate really?
Well, when my passion grew as a referee, I want to give all credit to the WA4. Every Thursday we had a show, and those guys were hungry, and that's the time when I was going very hungry. I was constantly going there every Thursday to call bangers, bangers of matches. Guys who go for 15 minutes, fall seas, uh, damn, you think it was three, and I even look surprised when it's like, damn, this should have been three, and it's not three. Those were my favorite matches. Those matches at the WA4 with Rico Gonzalez, Teriyaki, Northside Heroes, Blackjack Keelan, Danger. I want to shout out to those guys because those guys made me more passionate about refereeing, pulling out bangers of matches, and I take that and I go to every promotion. I want to officiate bangers, 5-star matches. That's my passion, and that's why I go love a referee, man. Because even I'm surprised. I know. Keep it going off kayfabe, but I know what's going to go on. I know what's going to happen. But man, half the time I'm surprised myself with the results.
Yeah, I hate to break kayfabe too on that, and you do know what's gonna happen because you're the. In a lot of ways, you're kind of like the ring general, the ring leader, because you're trying to keep guys in time,
Yes,
and
sir.
you're also letting them know what spots, so that way they remember what to do, and so on and so forth. Let's talk about WWA for a little bit more and your time like training there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Uh, what was that like for you to enter A4? We talked to Spectre, we talked to a lot of different guys who train at A4, but I want to hear it from you and from the fact that you were training as a wrestler and then got into refereeing.
So so once I got injured, I left. Once I was embarrassed, man. I was ashamed. I thought, man, my dreams are my dreams are done. I left the WA4 after the injury. Um, and then it was another school called Face to Face where they gave me the opportunity to referee because I had a friend. He was the head trainer there, and he just gave me the referee gig, and that's where I started. So I said, okay, I'm gonna bring this talent to the WA4. I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna throw the towel on them. So as the shows goes, it was every Thursday, and I just fell in love. The first day I was there, I just fell in love with the place. Guys who are hungry, young, hungry talent. Giving me bangers like New Japan matches, like hardcore matches. Things that, man, it's crazy how we did all those shows for free, man. That was crazy how everybody did those shows for free, and the events were for free. I still surprised myself. We could have made a lot of money. I tell Fox all the time, but just being the head referee there, because nobody wanted to be a referee there. They needed a referee, and I was that guy. So I made it my responsibility there every Thursday, calling the matches how it is, and that's where me and AR Fox grew. We grew a relationship there, and then I remember the whole entrance. You know how the whole entrance I have in DWA? It all started at the four, man. One day, I said, Fox, can I kick off the show with an entrance? And he was like, hell yeah, let's go, let's go. So I came out of Livewire, Motley Crue, just to set the tone for the show, set the tone. Let's go. We're on fire. We're about to show. We about to, something special. When you got the referee doing the entrance, it's something special. So uh, the relationship with me and the four kept growing. Last year around this time, I had left to Florida. I made a hiatus. I left to Florida. So Fox gave me the farewell. There was a show where we did the farewell, and as I left, everybody was saying, "Go ref!" Of the whole students, "Go ref! Go ref! We love you!" This and that. And then Fox gave me the raise in the hand. He gave me a cutter. He gave me a cutter. Yeah, farewell. Bye. You're out. So a month later, He had a match with a Sabretooth. There's a wrestler named Sabretooth. He had a match with them. His debut match. So AR Fox, I made a return and I gave Fox the cutter back. And then Xavier took advantage, and I counted 1, 2, 3. So that's how special me and the four are, man. That's the love I have for that place, and I will never forget that place. Never forget where I came from, man. That place is very special to me.
Well, and I saw on social media you're talking about making your return back to the A4 and getting
Yes,
back in there and starting to do stuff again. Is that
yes,
just
sir.
for the referee capacity as far as you getting back into it, or have they already started talking to you about what they'll bring you back for?
Yeah. So um, there's another referee there. His name is IHOP. He's also a WA4 referee. So there was a time around last year I left. I couldn't be there the other day for constant like I was no more. My job, my family, because bookings was getting rough for me, and juggling a family, my job and wrestling was pretty tough last year, man. It was times I didn't really see my family, so I had to sacrifice time from the four, and and then I see IHOP. He was holding it down for me at the four, so I said we can make this a storyline. We can make this a storyline where now you're the favorite referee and I'm out the picture. But now I'm back, and the referee here and everything. I attacked him. I gave him a super kick. Yeah, like this is still my house. So the storyline kept building. I kept coming back. I kept attacking him, from parking lots to steel chairs in the back. It was a great storyline. So we had a match, a referee versus referee match in December. I said winner would be head of the WA4 referee, and loser will leave the WA4. And as a result, he got the victory. So he's now head of the four, and I'm out the picture. But now, months later, man, I just want to go back to my roots, man. I want to be hungry again because I gotta say I haven't been hungry lately, man. I slacked a little bit. I lost a little passion because referee these days every week, and it became like a chore now, But I feel like if I keep going to the four, it'll bring that hunger back. It'll bring that passion back. Being with Fox, so I need to get back to my roots, man. I need to go back to day one, my day one people.
Yeah, I mean it seems like everyone starts at A4 and they always want to stay at A4 like it's you guys are a family. It's
Yeah,
such a close unity. Every single time I see you guys all together, it's like you guys are
it's
brothers
a
and
family.
sisters practically. You
Oh
just
yeah,
start hugging
oh
each
yeah.
other and be like, "Yeah, what's going on? How are you doing? What have you been up to?" so on and so forth. Um yeah, I mean, I see it on social media with you all the time too. I mean, you're posting at all these different venues, all these different places, and I, yeah, I wanted to see how you were doing as far as that goes, and I'm glad that you're starting to find hopefully you will find that passion again in the A4 and we'll keep continuing to see you, especially in DWA too. We want to see you there
Oh yeah,
too.
that's definitely, that's
Yeah.
definitely.
So let me
Yeah.
ask that. Let me ask that then is how did you even begin refereeing at DWA? Like what was your first match when you started refereeing there?
Okay, so a wrestler named Chip Skyler. Chip Skyler. I met him in an independent show over here in Georgia. It was called Main Event Wrestling, and he was the announcer there. And I took a liking to this kid, man. He was talking for like 30, 45 minutes. It was a real to me. It was like, wow, this kid is from the nightmare, and he's taking me as a big deal. Like, so I grew close to him. I grown fond of him. And then the kid tells me, he messaged me one day, hey man, I have a show, I have a gig. It's called DWA. I was like, are you interested in refereeing? I said, man, for you, yeah, let's do business, man. Yeah, let's start. And then I remember this like yesterday, man. I go to DWA at the Moose Lodge. It was on December 2021, 2022. I'm sorry, 2022. Uh, bunch of backyard wrestlers, man. I was like, wow, this is very different. But I did referee Grayson there for the first time. It was Grayson's first independent booking, so I got to referee him that day. So it was crazy because the main event was Chip Skyler in the death match. I never saw a death match in person until DWA. So and that's where I met Kevin Kirkland for the first time, and and that's where that relationship started, man. So whatever crazy little thing they wanted me to do at DWA, because after that show I was getting booked from DWA. Now I'm the main referee there. So I remember they wanted to do a spot where Levi Alexander, he throw a fireball at my face in the main event. Yes, a fireball in my face, throwing the fireball to the referees. And man, I could tell you I was not comfortable with it. I didn't want to do it. I was convinced, and honestly, I did it for DWA because man, those were great crowds, man. I love the pop I got for those crowds. Like they was like people say referee Rivera. So I did it for them, and I did it, and then Kevin Kirkley invites me to the bar. Everybody's buying me a shot of Fireball. So now I'm going to love. I'm referee Rivera. I'm getting all the love. So when it came to that point where I told you I went to Florida, Kevin Kirkland reached out to me from Florida. I was in Florida. He was in Georgia, and we was just talking for hours, man. Like, man, you're awesome. You're cool. Like, you're like no other referee I've seen before. When you come back, I'll give you more money. I'll have your own entrance. You can do whatever you want. You can book whatever referee you want. You could be a part of the team, basically. So that's where that relationship growing with me and Kevin, me and DWA. So, man, I have a special place. Just like the four, I have a special place for DWAs. Just as the same level, the same love.
Yeah, I can always tell whenever I see DWA shows, you got a big smile on your face. You're happy to
Yeah.
be there. You're ready to see what craziness is gonna go on that night. Um, so so I let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, and we kind of talked about it a little bit before, but what happened to your hair? Where's the lush locks? What happened? Look at
Yeah,
this
man.
clean shaven man. Look at that clean cut.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Sometimes change is good, man. Sometimes change is good. This is me in my career because honestly, I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this referee gig, man. Honestly, I don't know. But now I'm in my point in my career. I want to look more as a referee than a wrestler, and I hope I didn't lose that aura of being a referee. I really hope because some people are disappointed. I know Kevin Kirkman was disappointed, but some fans will tell me, "Well, you look young, you look clean cut. That's always good, and it could always grow back. But in my point in my career, I want to be more. I want to be more serious. I want to take this profession because I do want to get signed. So I'm hoping this new look with the promoters will take me serious. Like I'm ready. I want to be more as a referee than this character you guys see in Independence. I want to call it down the line. I don't because a lot of the times when I get booked for shows in the Indies, sometimes I'm talking to wrestlers, yo. Sometimes I look like a wrestler at the times, and I know I won't find work like that, unless I'm gonna be a wrestler. So I need to be taken as a referee, and that's why I had to let the character go little by little.
How does that? I mean, if you don't mind talking about it, can we talk about how do you get yourself booked as a referee? Like, how does that work as far as is a lot of free work at first? Do you finally get to a point where you get paid? Like, how does that work as far as if anyone wants to get into that side of things?
Man, I tell you, man, I could look back. I could look back. I could tell you, I've done a lot of sacrifices, man. I've done a lot of sacrifices to get some bookings. Sometimes I offer my service for free and driving an hour and a half for a booking. Sometimes I gotta really bother the promoters. Hey, can I get this shot? I won't disappoint. So it really took them having an eye on me, but I had to keep working. I had to find bookings, even if it was a small bookings. I had to keep working. That's what it was, just to be constant. Never. I had to force my way to my bookings. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't wait for the message. Hey, are you interested? Are you available? No, I had to show you why I need to get booked. That's why I'm gonna if I have a debut next Sunday, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna show all these promoters why I'm getting booked. This is my work. This is my second job. This is not a hobby. This is not something I do for fun. I take it as a real job. I leave my family for this. Sometimes I have to leave 2, 3 o'clock. Like for example, Saturday. I live in Atlanta. I had to go drive 2 hours to Augusta. I left at 3 o'clock, and I guarantee you, man, I came back at 1 in the morning. I was there the whole day. Didn't see my wife or kids that day. It's a sacrifice, man. And what for 30, 40 bucks? Like it's a sacrifice and it's a grind. But I have to keep knocking down doors because eventually, it started from here. It's gonna get through here. It's gonna get through here, and then the promised land. And yeah, man, it's not easy, man. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, I can definitely see how hard of a worker you are. I can definitely see that regardless of where you are, you always bring that energy. It's, it's Anthony's energy every single time. I can see it when you're in the ring. You're trying to keep the crowds engaged. You're trying to keep the
Oh yeah.
wrestlers engaged. You're trying to, and a lot of people always say that, they bring up the whole wrestling is fake thing. But the thing
Oh
about it
man.
is, it is a show. It's
Hmm.
entertaining for people, but at the same time, a lot of these guys really do have a lot of passion for this, like you
Oh
do.
yeah.
And I
Hmm.
can tell every single time you're always ready for whatever's going to happen. So,
Oh yeah.
so then what is the future like for you? Where is it that you want to be booked at? Like, where do you see yourself wanting to be a referee?
Man, so you know, every time I told myself I wanted to do something, like for example, like I'll name a show. It's a show called Mucha Lucha Atlanta. It's one of the biggest shows in Georgia. I swear that place fills up 1,200 people at most. So that place was a place where if I referee there, I feel like I made it. I finally got to referee there. So now, what more I could do? What more I could pursue? So maybe I want to be an Impact, NWA, AEW, WWE. That's what I'm going forward for. That's what I'm pushing for. So I'm gonna keep working, guys. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep grinding. You're still gonna see me here, over there, and just waiting for that one day, waiting for that call, waiting for that email saying, "Hey, Anthony, we're interested in having you," you know, and in that contract. Because once I get that contract, I made it. I made it. I could retire from construction. I could show my wife and kids like dreams do come true. The sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit from here on out. So I'm gonna keep working.
Yeah, this is the thing too. Is like I try to bring this up on this show when I talk to you guys in the independent scene. Is yeah, you guys are working two jobs. This is your second job. This
Yeah.
is You have to also work another job just to keep a lot of the bills paid and so on and so forth. But
Oh
you
yeah.
still have this
Oh yeah.
passion for this. Um, ha- I guess going into let's talk a little bit about Suplex de Mayo coming up. We got a lot of crazy
All right.
matches that are going on. Let's go ahead and talk about Chainmail's Apex. We kind of got a little bit of a taste of it last time at Match Madness. He's building this super group up. What do you think of it so far as some of the guys that are part of it?
Man, when I think about Chainmail, I think about the first time I met him in a DWA show last summer, and how far he's grown from here, the passion he has for it, the sacrifice he's done for DWA, the money he's put, the things he organized, the things he's done for us, DWA and the DW4, man. I'm proud of that guy, man. I'm really proud of that guy. I'm gonna support that guy, and hey, man, between you and me, and I guess everybody else, man, I'm in his side. You know what I'm saying? I'm in his group. If I could be in his group, I'm in his side. So don't.
Wait a minute, an Apex referee? What? You're picking a side? What?
Yeah, man. I'm taking his side, man. I rock with Chainmail all day, man. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but if me he could negotiate, I think we can make something work, man, for real. Cause I rock with Chainmail, man. I really rock with Chainmail. If he needs, hey, man, if I'm a referee, I'm a luchador referee as well. You know what I'm saying? We're heels and baby faces, man. Now for Chainmail, I might just turn the other side, man.
It's so let me go and ask this, and we'll kind of come back to, because I want to run through this whole Suplex de
Real
Mayo
quick.
card and kind of get your insight of who you think might win. But I want to ask this now:
Okay.
is what even got you into wrestling in the first place? Like, what was your favorite thing that you saw professional wrestling wise that was like, I gotta do this, or I gotta be a part of this?
Man, the Attitude Era was a special time, man. The Attitude Era was a special time. Those, even if people said it was fake, it was just so awesome, so entertaining. The pops, the moves, the entertainment there. I still get goosebumps when I watch wrestling, man. It's I love it. I never grew out of it. That's just something that it never left me. I always stuck with me. And as I started going to shows, it got to the point where I didn't want to watch it no more. I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this thing. And I I knew WWE at the time was the only thing, but when I was introduced to the independence wrestling, that's when I found, oh, there's a chance, there's an opportunity. I could do this too. And hell, man, it went from helping us staffing, security, pulling in chairs, putting in railings. I wanted to be a student of the game, man. I wanted to be part of the show, even if it was a staff, security, referee, uh, a bump man. Someone that, oh, bump man. Man, I wanted to be part of. This is my dream, man. I'm living it, man. I'm living this dream, and I'm blessed for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely are, man. Like I said, if you guys have not had a chance, you need to make sure that you follow him. You should always follow your referees because these guys are
Oh
all over the
yeah,
place all the time. But you should definitely follow our good favorite referee here because he posts all the time and shares awesome stories.
yeah, and not just referee, man. Wrestling, man. What I learned, man, when you pursue wrestling, it's not just wrestling. It's refereeing, it's manager, commentary. I give credit to Don Miguel as well. Don Miguel, he has become. He came to the WWE and he became an awesome commentator, man. This guy is awesome. Like I tip my hat off to him. That's just an example, man. If you love wrestling, pursue it. And if you can't wrestle, there's always options. There's always other things. 'Cause, hey, man, when I couldn't wrestle, my dream worked for me, and that's why referee chose me. And I'm happy to be a referee, man. I've done some things that I couldn't believe, man. Like I've been really blessed with this opportunity, and I know if you guys follow your dreams, you guys can too.
Has there ever been has there been a moment in refereeing a match where you felt like something I know I asked you about like what your worst match was that you saw, but I want to ask like was there ever a moment where you felt like you made a bad call or you felt like maybe
Oh
I should
yeah,
have I should have done something differently? Like let us know a little bit about that.
yeah, man. So like honestly, before every show, I get nervous. It's pressure. You wanna make all the wrestlers happy. You wanna make all the promoters happy. So sometimes, when I'm not sure where to finish, sometimes I count one, two, and I hesitate because I don't know if this is the finish or not. And I know when the wrestlers, they kick out, they kick out. And if they don't, you count it, even if they don't kick out. So I know that, but I don't want to mess up the match. I want to make sure that's the finish. So sometimes I hesitate, and man, when you mess up, you feel down to earth, man. You feel bad, man. You feel like crap, bro. Like I can tell you, it's happened to me at least a couple of times in my career, and man, I felt the worst. Sometimes I leave the show without saying anything because the pressure, of calling a great match, the confidence, the trust these wrestlers give you, the promoters give you. So sometimes, every time like DWA, I'm gonna come out with that same pressure. I'm nervous. I have to make sure I call these things right. And if I don't, I messed up my job. I messed up my job. Don't pay me. Don't say thank you. I messed up, and it's a lot of pressure on me. And sometimes I beat myself up, but then thank God, the people are caring, are loving. They say, hey man, it's okay, it's all right. Get him the next one. So it's pressure there, but you just got to keep going forward, man. Get better.
Have you felt like let's go ahead and ask this too is have you felt like God has helped you out a lot when you're in these tough moments like that? How is like religion and faith? I asked Troy Carter this because me and him had kind of talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to ask you this too. How has your faith played into you wanting to be a part of this atmosphere?
I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked that question because my family is very religious, very church oriented. We believe in Jesus Christ as our Savior, Lord and Father, and I feel like I could say, the Lord has seen my dreams, He's seen my passion, and without Him, I would never be this far. I would never be your favorite referee because when I was growing up, it was a struggle, man. It was tough growing up, man. I went through a lot of depression, a lot of emotions between me and my parents. So wrestling gives me a love. It fills my heart with love, because I have fans that love me. I have wrestlers that love me, promoters, my coach. They gave me a love that I needed since I was young. So I know that's the Lord. That's Lord, in His ways. And I doubted when I got injured. I doubted this dream, but I feel like God gave me the referee gig. Don't get hurt. But here, you can still be part of this business without getting hurt. You can still be, the third man in the match. Just don't get hurt. Be there. And God has kept me safe, man. That's why I wear this, man. A fan gave me this, and it comes with a verse, and I wear it. I give a kiss, wear it, and sometimes I'll show it off, but in a wrestling because referees not supposed to show chains like that, but sometimes I'll show it off because that's my fate, and God has made the way for me, and I'm just very happy. If He decides to, it could go forward, and I can level it up and get promoted and signed, that's on Him. But if it don't, then I just thank God all the opportunities I got.
Yeah, and talking with Troy about him and his faith and bringing that into this kind of world. I mean, we've seen we've seen a lot of it, a lot of stuff in the wrestling world as far as like the Attitude Era goes and early WWE that kind of would probably test your faith in a lot of ways. But it's always unique when I meet guys like you who still
Yes.
understand why you need to keep something like this and why you need to it helps your
Oh
sanity, it
yeah.
helps your depression, helps everything out.
Oh
um
yeah, man. Rest.
you're making me tear up a little bit there too, gosh. Anyways, uh
Yeah, yeah.
let's
It's
get
real.
into this. Let's get into this. I want to talk about Suplex de Mayo, man. It's
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a crazy match
It's
card.
gonna be a wrestling party. It's gonna be a wrestling party, man. It's a
I
wrestling
love it. I
party.
love it that we're gonna do it on Cinco de Mayo, and if you guys are
Oh
watching right
yeah.
now, if you can come in person, if you want to be there in person, you should definitely be there in person because DWA shows are always the greatest. You can come
Oh
check out
yeah.
the show at the Wild Wing Cafe in Alpharetta. If you can't be there in person, you can definitely check out the show live streamed right here at kick.com/Action Show Studios. But let's go ahead and now these aren't in any order because they haven't figured this out yet.
All right.
So
Let's
so
go.
one of the matches that'll be there is an RIPW Heavyweight Championship match. You're gonna have Dante Darko versus Jay Lucas. Jay Lucas is the current champion for RIPW. What do you think,
Oof.
Anthony? How would you call this?
Man. So that's a classic WA4 match. These guys know each other very well. They're both from top team. Uh, Darko, he's very tough, man. I referee his match. He's very. He don't hold no bars, man. He will give it to you, man. But Jay Lucas, he's a champion, man, and he's a superstar. Uh, very humble, man. I respect that guy a lot. But as the championship, he I expect him to retain because that's his second title defense, and he has to prove himself as a champion, man, a fighting champion, and he's gonna be put to the test by Darko. You know, they're gonna tear the roof down, but I do expect Jay Lucas retaining the title. Cementing himself as a fighting champion.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I know Dante. I mean, everyone loves Dante. Gosh knows how
Oh
many
yeah,
times he'll come up and talk to me during shows. Jay
awesome, yeah.
Lucas, I've seen plenty of tape on him too. He's awesome at what he does, and yeah, both these guys are definitely going to bring it in the ring. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I honestly, I look at this whole card that we have going on, and you would be silly not to watch this. I mean, really, this is
Oh
just
man, yeah.
incredible talent here. Okay, so let's talk about our own WWA 4 heavyweight champion Keelan Cole is going to be going up against Neji Ichiban. There's going to be a second part to this in a minute, but I want to go ahead and talk about this now. Between Keelan Cole and Neji, who do you think walks away with the A4 belt?
I remember the last time I refereed those two at the WA4, I refereed them, and you know what? There was no winner. They went at it, count out. They went out. They went all at it. They went all at it. It was a storyline that was going through at the time, and they didn't care who won or lost. They went at it. They brawled, and in the end, they got each other's respect. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the storyline was about around that time. I guess Neji accused of Keelan or something, and Keelan said, "No, I didn't do it." So what they did, they brawled out, and in the end, they respected each other. But
Oh.
okay, yeah. Asking me who's still the result of the match. I'm still there. Okay, am I still there?
You're frozen, but go ahead. We can still hear you.
Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. Let me see.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Hang on one second. Let's see if we can get him back here. Let's see if we get him back here. Hang on. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
back.
there he is. There he is. Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome, awesome. Okay.
I
Anyways,
apologize. I apologize on my
no,
part.
no, you're good. Neji and Keelan.
So Keelan has done a great job being the WA4 champion. He's done a great job, man. I referee half of his title defense. I remember refereeing when he won the champion. What a night that was! And I have Keelan retain the title, man. He's definitely proved himself as WA4 championship material, and I believe he can go forward with it. Neji is a great opponent for him. He's definitely gonna take him to the test. But Keelan, man, Keelan's a savage, man. He's dangerous, man. That Keelan cutter is very dangerous. As soon as he casts that, I think that's a wrap.
So I want to ask this because we saw recently Blackjack Mac has posted a video talking about how he should be in this match and how he should be a part of
Ooh.
this because he's been saying he has come out and publicly said that he was the one that attacked Keelan at Match Madness.
Ooh.
And
Damn.
he has said that he deserves this shot because of everything he's given Keelan at the A4 and that he's been A4 champion before.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. I was there when he won the A4 champion. It was a ladder match. It was a ladder match against Danger, and Blackjack won. And as I raised his hand, Blackjack gave me the cutter. And ironically, there was Keelan because they were in a group. Keelan was right there in the ring as when Blackjack won the title as a trio because Slayer was there too. They both raised hand. I raised them hand, and Blackjack gave me the cutter, and Keelan kicked me out the ring. I remember that. Remember that like it was yesterday.
Do you
Uh,
think that he has a viable argument to join this match?
yeah, man, Blackjack. You know what? Blackjack never got a rematch for the title. The title he lost, he never got a rematch for it. He went straight to the tag team division with Slayer, and now Blackjack, as we see Blackjack more and more now, often in the Indies. Yeah, I feel like he's entitled to a match, especially with the history he got with Keelan, because when Blackjack had his thing going, he brought Keelan in the group, and then they became tag team champions together. They were attacking everybody. They was practically running the four, man, the tag team division, all three of them, man. So it's now Blackjack feels like he's entitled to the match. I feel like he is, and hey, man, Blackjack just wants to show, hey, prove it to me, Keelan. Prove me you're not the same guy I brought in to my group. Prove to me that you're the champion. You're the WA4 champion. So yeah, I feel like Blackjack's entitled to a match.
If he does get brought in,
Okay.
if and only if we've not heard from Kevin Kirkland about this yet. We've not heard from anyone
Okay.
about this yet. If he comes in this match against Neji and Keelan, who wins?
Mm.
I know I'm putting you on the spot here. I hope I won't get you in trouble with Yeri Ford fan, but
Man, it's just Blackjack is dangerous, man. He always got tricks up his sleeve, man. The guy's been champion. He's been champion for a while. In his reign, he was champion for a while. I officiated those matches when he was when someone was challenging him for the title. I officiated. He always found a way to win. But I'm gonna trust our WA4 champion on this one. I'm gonna trust Keelan, man. I feel like the man's hungry. He's a savage, and man, from that match with Nate, he got my respect out the when he did that match with Nathan Murray. You remember that match?
mm-hmm. Oh
He
yeah.
really, yeah, he really proved himself that match, man. That match, I was proud of him. That match, he beat Nathan at a long game. So if Blackjack got little games in there, little mind games, I think Keelan could play that game too.
Yeah.
My bad,
I mean,
Blackjack.
Keelan Keelan is I mean, you gotta love the guy. He's a great champion. He
He's a
really
great champ.
is. He's a great champion. All right, all right, all right. Well, we can always speculate more about that, but
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we go on, let's see here. Our WWE for Internet title match.
Oh man, here
Jay
we go.
Tyler, who is the current
Tyler.
champion,
Yep.
versus Slayer Leak, who is friends with Blackjack Mac.
Oh
But
yeah.
let's talk about the Slayer versus Jay Tyler. Who is walking away with the belt?
Once again, another guy that I officiated when he won the title. I remember when he cashed it in. That music came. He cashed it in. He gave a spear to Rico Gonzalez, and then he hit his finisher move, Rico Gonzalez. And I remember raising his hand, new champion. And since then, he has been defending his titles in the Indies, man. Not just at the four, in the Indies as well. He's been a great job at internet champion. Um, with all that war and all those battles Jay Tyler went through, he can retain, but like I said, man, Blackjack and Slayer, they got something. They got mind games, bro. They got tricks up their sleeves. You can't trust those guys, man. Those guys, they're dirty. You know, they're dirty. They're gonna find a way to be both of them that night, to both of them to be champions. They're gonna find a way. But like I said, I'm gonna trust my champion, Jay Tyler, retaining.
Yeah, I mean, holy mess, that match. Then hearing Jay Tyler's music and everyone exploding in the hall, and he
Oh
comes
yeah.
out, he's got the briefcase, and everyone was like, holy crap. And he gets the one belt, he's got the internet champion, he tries to go for the A4
Oh
championship.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
just doesn't quite happen, but man, could you imagine if he had both of them? Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man. I was
Uh,
there, man. I was first hand witness to that. That was a crazy night, man. That was a great main event.
And by the way, not to take anything away from Rico Gonzalez, he was a great double champion and
Oh
did
yeah.
incredible in that match. But yeah, I
Yes, he
mean,
did.
crazy. Okay, so BGU's Diamond Cheek and possibly a mystery partner versus Offside Heroes and Chainmail.
Ooh.
Well,
Okay.
sorry, not Offside with Chainmail, and
Uh
they're
huh.
part of their little Apex group going against BGU and Diamond Cheek and possibly a mystery partner, but nothing has been said about that yet.
Like I said, man, I'm riding with Chainmail. Northside are my boys. I love those boys to death. Those are, you know what, man? I'm gonna have to talk to Chainmail, man. Me and Chainmail have to have a meeting, man. Northside, we gotta talk some business, man. I'm gonna
What?
ride with the boys.
What kind of business? You better not be joining the Apex. We gotta have you staying on the line. You gotta be calling these matches down the line there.
Hey, for example, BGU is a nightmare crew. Northside is a WA4 crew. Hey man, I'm riding with the boys, man. I'm going with the boys all the way.
Well, then it's probably not much to even bring this up, but another match that'll be going on that night is Jack Jameson of BGU versus Chosen, who is apparently
Wow,
Chainmail's little cousin. Well, he's not so little, but
man,
singles action.
no, no. Um, that match, man, that's one of the matches I'm really looking forward to seeing. Those are two giants going on the way. Jameson's a giant. Chosen's a giant. Honestly, I can't tell you who's gonna win that match. I have no clue how that match is gonna go. That's gonna be a war with Titans, Battle of the Titans. Um, Jeez, man, I can't give you an answer. But knowing Chainmail and that being Chainmail's little cousin, they definitely got something up their sleeve. So I'm gonna go with Chosen.
I mean, yeah, Little's putting that
Bloodline,
understatement
bloodline,
wise. Yeah. Oh my,
bloodline.
yeah, you guys, a little bloodline going on. Okay, so this is an interesting one and one that I'm sure everyone's interested in too. Spectre versus Parker Lee in
Ooh,
a hardcore DWA heavyweight match. Hardcore matches, as we know, is Spectre's forte. He enjoys them very much. And after attacking Parker Lee at the end of Match Madness last time, it's what little bit of animosity. What do you think there, my friend?
when Spectre, I'll tell you something about Spectre. When Spectre don't like somebody, when he resents somebody, when he has a grudge for somebody, he's gonna give him blood, man. He's gonna give him blood. I've seen it time to time at the four. I've seen it outside the four. That man is not scared to get his handful of blood, man. It's scary. It's like a horror movie with this guy. Remember him versus Chip Skyler? That was a horror movie right there, man. A lot of blood, a lot of ooh ah. Sometimes I was worried about their safety, and thank God they came out safe. But Specter's that guy. That's his game. That's his hardcore game. So I respect Parker Lee. He's been a great champion. He is a great champion. But I'm gonna go with my boy Specter, man. He's going all the
Mm.
way. He wants
Mm.
that title. He's going all the way, man. This is the second time he's gonna go for a DWA title. So the first time you'll chip retain. The second time, I feel he's gonna get the job done. He's gonna bring that title to the fore.
I mean, this guy wrapped himself in barbed wire, got on the
Oh,
top rope, and dived on Chip Skyler. I have never seen
oof.
true craziness like this, and I have
Got chills
seen
thinking
some
about it.
crazy death matches. But man, I tell you what, if you watch a Spectre match, we definitely need to say viewer discretion is advised. All right,
Oh yeah, definitely.
going on. Action Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match. Alex Kane versus A Town Supreme. Who is walking
Man,
away with it?
being an action referee, I caught a lot of Alex King's matches. I caught a lot of Alex King matches, and man, the guy is money. The guy is a reason why he signed to a promotion. He's a star. He's a superstar. He's been fighting the greats. He's I I personally took his spears from this guy. That guy is nothing to joke with. Those spears were crucial. He speared me so hard one time I fell out the ring. I flew out the ring.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
True story, true story. I fell out the ring. He speared me that hard, man. And saying he wasn't sorry about it. It was just laughter. That's what I get for being in the way. Um, that's crazy. That's a true story. A Town is a hungry wrestler. Definitely love his work at the WA4. He's hungry. He's young. But man, you're going against a former MLW World Champion. So the kid's gonna have a break. This is the big one from him. But man, experience, man, experience of Alex Kane. I have him retaining the action title.
Okay. All right, and that's true. Alex Kane, former MLW champion. I remember him coming out at Brawl at the Hall with that belt on, and he knew who he was when he came out.
Yeah, he's
Last
a star.
last match we talk about here is The Wall, Tyler Stevens, accompanied by his manager
Ooh,
Matt Griffin versus Eddie
ooh,
Hendricks. Oh yeah, I know. You hear Eddie's
ooh! I
name.
didn't. Yeah, that's what's man. Man, Eddie Hendrick. I love Eddie Hendrick's work. That man is money. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a champion too. You're here for me. You're here for me. Remember me. Remember me when you become a champion. Eddie Hendrick is the one. But Wall, man, Wall is another one, man. Wall's another one. He's been in action. He's been in Germany. He's been in Southern Straight Pro. I've seen his work. I've seen his work all around. He definitely got the IQ he need. And with Matt Griffin on his side, man, Matt Griffin is no joke either, man. That guy, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he knows why he's behind the wall. So I love you, Eddie Hendricks. Uh, you're gonna be a champion one day, but right now the wall, his guidance, and him part of being the good hand with Alex Kane and Shug D and Matt Ryan. He he got a great guidance. He got a great team behind him, and yeah, man, he's gonna find a way to get that W. I go with the wall.
Okay. Okay. Eddie's always great. Eddie's always
I
in a
love Eddie.
suit. He shows up. He shakes everyone's hand. I always enjoy that. And yeah, man, I still remember his match at Brawl at the Hall too. Him versus oh my gosh,
Cyrus,
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 and
and
Warden,
yeah, and Warden. Oh my gosh, three big meaty men
heavyweight.
just slapping meat. It's all that was. It's
I
scary.
swear, when those zuplex happened, I jumped, I bounced. I didn't jump, but I bounced. I physically bounced. Like like it. They were power hitters, man. They were hitting it hard, man.
We
It was no joke.
we do reinforce the ring, right? Because we're probably gonna need it like a couple of times this night. I mean, it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah. We're looking at a great night in Cinco de Mayo, man. We're in DWA. Uh, we're always gonna bring the best out of all our guys. We're gonna give your fans what you guys want, entertainment. We had a lot of good praise from the last show. We want to keep going from here forward, and I feel like Kick was the only recipe we needed for success with DWA. And I'm just happy to be part of the team, man. I'm happy to be part of this brand, man. I feel like we could go to new heights, man. I feel like we could do a lot of great things. We could pull out a lot of great shows. I just want to give thanks to everyone in DWA and everyone from Kick because without Kick, man, you guys gave us the coverage what we need, to put ourselves out there, And we're doing these shows for free, so it's not love of the money. We're doing this for you guys, for the fans, for your entertainment. We're putting our bodies in. We're sacrificing time from home. We're doing this for you guys, man. Cinco de Mayo, man, come celebrate. We're gonna have a wrestling party.
I
Good
I
promo, right?
I mean, it's always oh yeah, it's excellent promo. I always enjoy it when you bring that passion. It's like I said
Oh
there's
yeah.
there's other people's passion and then there's Anthony's passion. When Anthony brings passion to something, you know that this is what he feels like. And
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's always from my heart too. Is just like when they first told me, they were like, hey, you want to come, help stream this and get these guys out there, get them on Kick and everything. I was like, yeah, I love professional wrestling. Of course, I'm gonna show up and do this.
That's awesome.
And then I
That's
I
awesome.
show up and I go to one show, and of course Kevin's walking up to me, shaking my hand, going, "Hey, I really appreciate you coming and helping." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I meet all the rest of you guys all the time. It's always great when I do these shows because I get to see all you guys because I know you guys are traveling. You're
Yeah.
all over the place all the time. So it's like being a part of the family. I always enjoy it. It's like seeing my brothers and sisters again. It's great to
I'm
see
glad
you
we had this
guys.
one-on-one time together, man. I really am glad we had this one-on-one time. I know when we're in the show, we're busy. I'm zoned out. I'm worrying about the matches. You're you're doing everything you could, to keep us going. And I'm just glad today, man. You chose me to be your guest tonight, and without a doubt, man, without hesitation, I was like, oh yeah, put me in. Let's talk. Let's shoot the breeze. Let's get to know each other a little more, man.
Yeah, and so let's talking about everything matches and our love of professional wrestling and all that, and even talking about the fact that we're streaming this online. I guess let's go ahead and talk about how we feel about more wrestling shows kind of being streamed online. We know in 2025, WWE Raw is going to start streaming on Netflix. On
That's
Netflix,
awesome.
and
That's awesome.
it is awesome. It's crazy. How do you feel about it? And like, how do you feel? Do you want to see more wrestling streamed on places? How do you feel about professional wrestling right now?
Man, from being a kid and watching TV from cable, sometimes not having cable and they still, you can still see SmackDown and shows. It's crazy how far wrestling has grown. From me being a kid, from us being a kid and watching it now, it's only getting better. I made a statement. I made a bold statement. Out of all the sports in the world, right now I feel like wrestling is number one. Better than basketball, better than baseball, better than football, better than hockey. We're we're everywhere, man. WrestleMania, AEW, WWE on Netflix, like you said. TNA Impact is back. NWA is back. We still got hardworking independent wrestlers you can watch in IWMTV. On the app. Guys putting their stuff on YouTube. Social media. I feel like we're number one right now. Wrestling's number one, and everybody who left wrestling, they're jumping on the bandwagon again. They're watching it again. That's
Man,
how I feel.
it's crazy. I mean, it's like I said, I've said it before, and I'll say it every single time. Is we're living in a wrestling renaissance. A lot of people are
Oh
starting to
yeah.
enjoy this more. A lot of people are understanding why so many people have a passion for this. I mean, you're seeing huge WrestleManias that are getting sold out. I mean, we saw what happened at Philadelphia. A lot of great matches and a lot of great
Oh yeah.
entertainers. And then it's incredible because we're starting to see a lot of indie wrestling that's starting to get shown, and a lot of guys that are making their names not only because of social media but by simply just appearing on stream like our own. I mean, I
Hmm.
get guys all the time that are always contacting me and going, yeah, dude, I mean, if it wasn't for you guys filming us, I wouldn't have something for my tape, and this is great because I can take this and get myself booked at other places. um I guess so. So normally I try to keep this at roughly about an hour. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and hit you with the final question, the big one. I ask everyone this all the time because I always like
Hmm.
seeing the different answers for every single one of them. And my final question for you today, hopefully it's the final one, unless I see something I might pick it out on you. Um, is for anyone that does call wrestling fake, what would you say to that person? I know. It's always tough when I ask it, but I have to ask it every single time. What would you say to that person?
Man, first and foremost, let me say, I remember when I started that journey as a wrestler, and how many people used to make fun of me for pursuing it. Ah, that's fake. Ah, that's fake entertainment. Ah, you're a circus. You're a circus clown. You're entertainment. Now, when they look at me, they ate their words up. They see the process. They see how far I've grown. And to answer your question, I referee a lot of matches, probably like over 500 matches. There's nothing fake about wrestling. That grind, that bump, them hits, them moves, that's real. That's real. Those the blood, the sweat and tears that come with wrestling, it's real. You know, the suplex, the submission holds, the the finisher moves. Those are life threatening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that we have a lot of professionals. Being safe out there. But if you don't respect wrestling, you're calling it fake, and you don't respect the grind, the grind of a wrestler. You know what? I can say they're fake themselves. They're fake themselves because they don't respect the grind. And if they think it's all fake and easy, I dare them to try it. I dare them to get on top of the third rope and see if they don't shut themselves. I dare them. I dare them to take a suplex. I dare them, and we'll just see how fake it is. That's the answer to your question right there. Now you got me pretty heated with that one.
I know. It's like I
Yes,
said.
it's an insult. It's an insult. It's an
It
insult when you
it
say it's
it
fake.
it is an insult, and a lot of people don't realize that, you guys you put your bodies on the line. Even referees, I mean, I've seen referees take vicious bumps,
Oh
vicious
no.
bumps during matches, and I am sure you have taken your share. I mean, you told me Alex Kane speared you out of the ring. I mean, it's
He speared
crazy.
me out of the ring. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the video. He
Uh,
speared me out the ring. It's no joke. He speared me out the ring.
and Fox gave you a cutter. Oh my gosh! And you've gotten cutters before. I can't imagine how
Oh
that
man,
felt.
yo. It's surreal, man. It's scary. It's like getting on top of a roller coaster
Hmm.
and then staying there for like a good 10 seconds and then going all the way down. That's how it feels like taking a move, yo. It's scary, man. But when it happens, it happens. You shake it off. We're all men here. We're all professional here.
Yeah.
There's times, I've been scared. Hey, tonight you're taking a bump. Okay, here we go. I gotta, be the professional I am. This is for the fans. This is for the wrestlers. This is for myself as well, man. We gotta do our job.
I just like the idea of you just about to head out to the ring, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bump you at some point. Are you gonna tell me how you're gonna do it, or no, no, no? I'm gonna bump you. Don't worry, you'll see it when it comes."
Oh man, yo, I swear, yo, I swear. If I could tell you so many stories, yo, I remember going to a promotion, and the first thing someone tells me, "Hey, you're taking a bump tonight." I'm like, oh, here we go. Man, I took super kicks. I took a butt to the face. I took in a fireball. I took in a cutter. Man, yo,
Well, we
and I'm
we got
and I'm still gonna keep going.
we got a little bit of time. Let
I'm
me
gonna,
let me go ahead and let me ask this. This will be the final question, and we'll do a little bit of story time with you. What was
all right.
one of the worst bumps you've ever taken as a referee? Hit us with it. Might have
Okay,
stumped them, folks. No, hold on. Here we go.
here we go. The butt to the face I took in by Spicy was she went right in there. The Fireball was one of them. Alice Kane was one of them. There was a 500, almost 500 pound wrestler named Hoss, and the heel was in the corner. It was Nathan. It was Nate Vanderbilt. He was in the corner, and then he calls me up saying, "Hey, ref, come over here. I'm hurt. I'm hurt." And Hoss is about to do a body splash on Nate. So Nathan quickly gets my shirt, moves me into the corner, and 500-pound Hoss body splashes me, and I just, I knocked out. I face first. I fell down. I did the Ric Flair bump. I just felt like, I just felt like a box of brick, like just fell down, like automatically, face first. I was gone. I was done. And then they literally tried to wake me up. I just didn't wake up. I was in another world. I was out. And that was my second booking. That was my second ever booking when I did that bump. When I did that bump. That's when I knew I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, good gosh, taking a bump like that in the corner, holy mess.
Boom, like, and I did the Ric Flair bump. Just boom, like fell first. Like I was out, but it
Well,
was awesome.
holy mess. Like, good gosh,
Yeah,
that's your second booking too. I can't even imagine.
yeah.
I
So,
Anthony, I just want to say, dude, thank you so much for doing this today. Thank you so
thank you.
much for bringing your awesome energy and your awesome stories. I know there's probably plenty more that we could talk about, and we probably will talk about off camera
Oh
or
yeah, definitely.
anytime. But yeah, man, I hope one day that I see you in a WWE ring officiating AEW. I hope to see you at CMLL, and I love me some Lucha Libre.
Oh yeah,
I
love it.
mean,
Yeah, love
I
it.
love me some CMLL too. Good gosh,
Very awesome, man.
there's something different about lucha, and I knew about the promotion. What was the promotion again? You said that you had officiated. It was lucha.
Mucha Lucha Atlanta, man. That was a big one for me. That was a great one because I actually did not to take your time up, but
No, no, go ahead.
the promoter Ricardo. I remember in 2019, when I was getting introduced to the independents, uh, I and because I live in Gwinnett where Mucha Lucha is at, so that's basically my hometown. So when I found out about Mucha Lucha Atlanta, oh, here in like 5 minutes from my house, I went to the show, and I promise you, that was the loudest. I was the loudest. I was the one, making the most noise. I was loudest. I was making. I had a trash cans that the wrestlers used over there. On the spot they used the trash can. I was waving it. I was so loud and so happy, so passionate that the booker he pointed me out and he says, "Yo, I see something. I see something in you. I see you love this. I see you have passion for this. How about you want to help me staff? How about you want to help me security? You could be backstage. You could be with the wrestlers. Just help me move chairs, move railings, and I'll give you the job of being a staff member." I did it for 5 years, and with all the hard work and perseverance, um, last year that's when I finally got the booking for Mucha Lucha after working with them for 5 years of being the referee. And now I'm their referee. I'm their man going forward.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That really is.
True
And
story.
and it's
Story.
like I said, I want to see you in CMLL. Let's hold on, wait one second. Oh, backstage Billy. Backstage Billy trying to hit me with the question of when will you grow back your hair? I guess that'll be the last fan question. Will you grow back your luscious locks again, my friend?
As in this business, we never say never.
Mm,
We never say never. Maybe one day we'll get the long hair ant back. But for now, let's. I'm gonna take my bet with the short hair. I'm gonna
hell
bet on
yeah.
myself.
He's got that fresh cut. Looks nice. Really
Got the
does.
fresh cut. Thank
He
you.
looks official. He looks professional. What did you say? You got the mom's church cut.
Yeah, I got mom's church cut, grandma's church cut. Let me
Grandma's
take
church
grandma's
cut.
church
Yeah,
cut.
yeah.
She is so happy. She is so happy with the circle. I'll tell you, man.
Hey, look. I
She
got
is,
long hair too. I get it all the time too. My mom's always
yeah.
like you could just take a little off the top, and I'm like, no, no. I like it the way it is. All right,
Hey, I was stubborn for 4 years. Yeah.
and I want to make sure that we gosh, hour and a half. That's crazy. I love it though, and it's always fun to talk with you. I love talking with any of my A4 guys, but I tell you what, I've always wanted to talk to our favorite referee. Uh Thank you so much for taking the time today. What can you just give a shout out as far as your socials and how people can book you as well too for referee work?
Yeah, man. My goal is always to be you guys' favorite referee. You can find me at your favorite ref at 29, soon to be 30, because I'm about to be 30. Uh, yeah, man. Look at my page. Look at my work. Man, I show off everything, man. If you book me, I'm gonna show off your promotion. I'm gonna put your promotion over. I'm gonna give you all I got. I'm gonna give you my 100. Uh, hey, man, try me out, man. Your favorite referee. There's a reason why I'm your favorite. One, two, three. Uno, dos, tres. I can do it both
And
language.
what's your social media tags too, real quick for everyone?
Yeah, your favorite ref. Favorite ref. Oh, your favorite ref, Ant 29.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
That's my brand,
Guys,
man. Your favorite ref. That's the brand.
follow him on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Follow him. Definitely, you should follow him on Instagram because I always enjoy following your Instagram because it's
Thank you.
great to see all the photos and videos that you post on there. Make sure that you guys book him for all sorts of referee needs because he can be your favorite referee as well in your promotion. But yeah, I cannot wait for the day for him to finally get booked and be a part of a huge promotion. Let me just jump over to me now. Ants, let me just say, brother, love you to death. Cannot wait to see you at the next show. And thank you so much. So
Take
let's just jump over to me now. Guys, this has been an awesome show today. It's always great to talk with our favorite referee. I've always wanted to talk to him. I've told him a million times how many times I want to talk to him, and I still want to talk to him about stuff. But I want to take the time to point out the poster that's next to my face right here. May 5th, Suplex de Mayo. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area where we live at, you can see this show for free at Wild Wings Cafe Alpharetta. Like I said, for free. Seating starts at 5 o'clock, main card at 6. But if you can't come in person, you can watch it live. That's right, live streamed right here on this page at kick.com/action show studios. Our pre show will start at 5 o'clock, and then our main card will start at 6 p.m. If you watch our pre show, it's going to be filled with all sorts of awesome interviews, and you'll be able to see our one, our only backstage Billy talking with all of our wrestlers, and hopefully no hijinks this time, like certain people attacking certain WWA 4 champions. But you never know at DWA shows. And it's Cinco de Mayo. Come out, watch, celebrate with us. We want to see you there. But like always, thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you give us a follow and subscribe. It helps us to keep bringing more awesome content like this, as well as keep bringing this podcast back to you guys more and more. Thank you to everyone who's watched. We will be back again Tuesday at 6 p.m. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.